Disclaimer for entertainment purposes only. Let's talk about this. Hi, my name is Martisz. I make daily video about business, legal, and intellectual property. What is intellectual property? Think about copyright, trademark, and other intellectual property. Today's topic we're going to talk about copyright disclaimer for entertainment purpose only. I have a problem with that because entertainment is a broad term, and what I mean by that is a general term. You do not really know exactly what is entertainment, and I'm going to explain to you later in this video what I'm talking about. But for now, let's see how the disclaimer works. I explain this in another video. I will keep repeating it until you understand what I'm trying to say, but also to understand how the copyright system works. So the thing is, we need to understand how intellectual property works with the ABC formula. So I will talk first about that, and then I will talk about when you have an exception like fair use and when you can use copyright disclaimer. So let's go to the drawing board. It's important to know that when you talk about intellectual property, you have A, B, and C. So this is A, B, and C. A, we always refer to the right itself. So in this case, it's the copyright. And B is the person that owns the right, the copyright holder, copyright owner. So it can be a person, but it can also be a company, doesn't matter. And C is a person that wants to use the right, a third person. So let's call it number 3. Yeah. So you guys can see what I'm talking about. So if you create something, you are B. If you want to use something with someone else, you are C. That's simple. That someone else is B, and someone else that want to use your thing is C. It's that simple. What you create, the rights that you have on it, that's you. That's simple. Thing is, sometimes by law, your rights here at A will be limited. That's why it's important to know what your rights are. And one of them is fair use. If there is fair use, your rights will be limited. So if you create something, you have copyright on it, and if there's fair use, your rights can be limited. That's simple. If you want to use something and you meet the requirement of fair use, you limit the rights of someone else. That's simple. So the question is, what is fair use? I'm going to show you an example soon. In another video, I will talk in depth about fair use, but in this video, I'll just keep it on the surface so you can see in a basic term what is fair use and how you can use it. So fair use, if there's fair use, you can use it. If you create something, if someone is using your material and it meets the requirement of fair use, you cannot do anything about it. So that's simple. So we talk about disclaimer. Disclaimer, you can put it in your description, you can put it in your video, it doesn't matter. Most of the time, if you meet the requirement of fair use, the right is limited. You do not have to put the disclaimer to show people that there's fair use. You don't have to. If you just meet the requirements, nothing to worry about. So disclaimer is just a statement. It's just a statement you put on your website, your description of the video, or in your video. It's just a disclaimer. It doesn't say it really a lot, in my opinion. So the thing is, when you use a disclaimer and you want to show people, hey, listen, I'm using it in a fair use, then you can put it in the description or you can put it in your video, doesn't matter. But the question is, what would you put in your disclaimer? Because we are talking about a disclaimer for entertainment purpose only. So, like I said, disclaimer is just a statement. If you put a disclaimer, you can tell people, hey, I'm just using this only for entertainment purposes. If you use something for entertainment purposes only, does that meet the requirement of fair use? I don't think so. But fair use is a broad general term. It depends how you create it. So let's look at something that you can put on it if you have entertainment only. I'm going to show you some disclaimer that you can put in your description or whatever, but it doesn't mean you meet the requirement of fair use. It's just something you put underneath your video. You need to look closer to see what the requirements are of fair use. I will make another video about that. I'm just giving you a disclaimer that you can use. It doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. But the right thing to do is meet the requirement of someone's license. It's that simple. So what can you put on it? It's important to know what you can put on it. So this is a situation where you use material for someone else and someone else use your material. You can just say, hey, copyright, add name and year. Any reproduction or illegal distribution of this content or the content in any form will result in immediate action against the person concerned. That's when you create it. But what if you use someone else's content or whatever for entertainment purposes? Like I said, doesn't mean it meets the requirement of fair use. Yeah, watch out for that. So the thing that you can say is all the video, songs, image and graphic used in the video belong to their respective owner, and I or this channel does not claim any rights over them. That's one. Here you see they gave a basic thing so you can see what fair use is. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for the purpose, so the purpose such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Those things are fair use. I don't see entertainment purpose only in there. Do you? I hope you see that if you use something for entertainment purposes, that's not a good way to meet the requirement of fair use. You need to change some things. I'm just saying. Huh? Fair use is a use permit by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringement. Yeah. So, like I said, if you meet the requirement of fair use, you can limit the right of someone else. But if you use something for entertainment purposes only, I don't think you will meet the requirement. So, I'm just saying, if you have questions about this, feel free to contact me. These two things are a disclaimer that you can use. If you have questions about those things, feel also free to contact me. And I will see you in the next video.